So, one thing I'd say as well is to kind of first get into the studio and then get the role you want. So, you know, if your portfolio isn't as, you know, if your work isn't as good as you think it could be, you know, you think you can continue to produce better stuff, you know, then just get into the industry any way you can and then kind of work towards the role when you're in there. So don't turn down a job if it's not exactly what you want to do, unless your work is kind of so stunning you could walk into anywhere. Testing is a great way of the industry, and it'll often lead on to design or associate producer type roles. And you can push for different things. I know people that have started as testers, you know, 3D artists that have started as testers, and then just done little bits for the game when they've been there, when they've had a bit of spare time, and they've ended up working as 3D artists at the studios. So testers get great knowledge of what makes or breaks a game, and then can use that knowledge to their advantage. So it's a really good way, and don't turn your noses up at tester positions if you're up. Now, I might as well mention a little bit about our courses. These are going to change a little bit. We're kind of revalidating them all. So there'll be some new names popping up. We're going to have a specific computer animation degree as well now. So I'll just talk about the ones that I know more about, which is the computer games design and the computer games art degrees. So basically the first year of those are kept fairly generic, so you're studying pretty much the same things on the design and art route, so that, you know, you can decide if you've made the right decision at the end of the first year. And, you know, if you're doing art and you prefer to do design, you can sort of swap over without missing out on much. So there's not much difference in the first 2 years, but you study a whole range of subjects. So game design, you've got these core game design modules right through each year, and then in the final year you get together a team of you know, designers, games artists from the games art route, and games programmers from the programming route, and you all kind of make a game in your final year. You also get to set yourself a project as well. It can be absolutely anything you want, from a concept art based project to creating a level in Unreal or something like that. So on the design route, we teach, I teach the level design module. We teach this is for the kind of games art on the game design route. We teach a concept kind of pre-production module where you take, you do storyboarding, script writing, and concept art within that. You've got 3D modelling, texturing, 3D effects for games, where you're kind of looking at kind of explosions and triggers, that kind of thing. What else do we teach? An awful lot, actually. Several different types of animation modules. You can often kind of pick and choose from among them as well to kind of sort of tailor it to you know, what you really want to be doing. And the animation degrees as well, even though it's that degree there is not specifically games animation, we've had a lot of people from the animation routes actually go into kind of computer games careers as well. So yeah, it's the kind of final year you get onto creating things, but you can take an extra year where you'll go on placement as well. It tends to be just the students that have really put the work in that get the placements, because, you know, you have to be able to show something good to impress the studios and then get that job. But we've placed students with kind of Blitz and Bazaar and Codemasters, Lionhead, you know, quite a range of different studios, and the students are often offered jobs at the end, which is really great to see. Any questions about?
Yeah, you also do a creative digital media course, right?
Yeah.
You also do a bit of game design. Is it the same as the computer game design course? Oh.
There are some shared modules, yes, so you will actually be taking some modules with the kind of game design students. I'm afraid I don't know a lot about that degree route myself, but I believe that's the one where you can kind of pick and choose a lot more than the other degrees, which is sounds pretty good to me, because you kind of force down, sort of force into particular modules on the kind of games art and game design routes, whereas that one is a good one for kind of just tailoring your own degree, very much. Yeah, so you would actually be sharing some of the modules with the game designers in games artists. It's exactly the same teaching, you know, that they'd be getting if you did that, so it wouldn't be different tutors or anything. Any more questions about the degrees and stuff? No. Sorry, my throat's getting a little bit rough, so I'm not going to kind of talk too much on them. I will show you. I'll show you that after I plug Animex. Okay. Has anyone been to Animex?
No.
Right, if you're interested in animation or computer games, you've got to come to our Animex Festival, it's in the first full week of February every year, and it's the 10th birthday next year, so it's going to be really special. But we get some amazing people along at the university every year, like Pixar, Industrial Light and Magic, DreamWorks, Sony. And then on the game side, we've had Valve come over a few years running, Valve are coming over again. I think Blizzard might be coming this year. I'm working on Bungie. So there's kind of a whole sort of range of people looking to get over. Adi Granov did a workshop for us. He used to be a concept artist at Nintendo. Nintendo have said that they might be sending someone over, an artist over from their Japan studio as well, which should be good. But Adi Granov was a concept artist at Nintendo, and then he started working as a comic artist. He did all the Iron Man covers, and he was kind of art lead on the new Iron Man movie. So he actually did a little workshop for students last year during Animex, where he kind of took them through designing the character from start to finish, and then gave them all a little signed piece that he created in the session at the end. So there's some really, really good workshops going on. We've got Susumu Matsushita, who's kind of quite a famous Japanese artist, is going to be doing a kind of anime art workshop as well, by popular demand from our students. And I don't know if you know Famitsu magazine, it's kind of the biggest games magazine in Japan, actually came over and covered the festival this year, and they're coming again next year to record it all. So it's well worth coming to Animex. Check out our website, and we'll start updating it with what's going to be happening next year, but it is going to be good. It's going to be Pixar, Valve, everything going on again. So it's a full week festival actually. First 2 days at Animex Game, which I run. So that's the first 2 days entirely games talks. The Wednesdays all workshops, and then the Thursday and Fridays all complete animation talks. So, but if you have a look at it, you'll be able to see programs from previous years that we've run.